Proverbs 14:4 says, "Without oxen, a stable stays clean, but you need a strong ox for a large harvest." While a good ox may be messy, it's also helpful. We want our short-termers to be a great help to you, but we understand that at times they can be messy. Fortunately, we don't expect you to work through these messes on your own. You're part of a team. We want to help you to have the best experience with your short-termer possible. In the reading, you found several examples of common messy areas working with short-termers. In this video, we'll look at a couple of those problem areas and make sure you know where to turn for help if you have any challenges with your short-termer. As we talked about in the last session, meeting regularly with your short-termer is very important. As you spend time with them, you'll want to look for ongoing patterns of struggle or acute warning signs. In your reading for this lesson, you read through a section entitled Warning Signs of Mental Illness. This document can serve as a guide for you to know when your short-termer is experiencing more than just discouragement, homesickness, or culture shock. We don't expect you to be a mental health care professional. So if you have any questions or concerns about the mental health of your short-termer, you should reach out to Tumaini to help you and your short-termer. Your unit leader and regional office should also be able to help you find the right resources. Not every short-termer will thrive in every location doing every job. While the mobilizers and regional offices will do their best to find the right fit for the right short-termer, sometimes a placement just doesn't work out the way we'd hoped. Our primary concern is always the ongoing work of a particular area. And if a short-termer becomes a distraction or a hindrance to that work, then it's well worth the time to reevaluate the role of the short-termer and whether it's time to look for a new assignment or even help the short-termer return to their country of origin. We know that short-termers require the most input at the beginning of their time. After a couple of weeks, the short-termers should be growing in their ability to operate with a level of independence. If at any time after the initial setup, you find that the short-termer is requiring a significant amount of time and attention from you and your team, then you should really consider following these steps. Step 1. Evaluate. What does the short-termer need that they're not getting? Do they need more direction? Do they need more input from your team? Do they need more orientation, coaching, emotional support? Do they need to be doing a different task? Step 2. Assess. Are you or your team equipped to help meet this need in a meaningful way that does not pull your focus away from your primary role as a worker? Step 3 is take action. If your team is equipped to meet the needs of your short-termer, then work out a plan to help them grow and thrive in your location. This may include changing up the task that your short-termer is responsible for to help them better utilize their strengths. If you or your team do take action to help your short-termer thrive, make sure you set a time frame for any corrective action. If this pulls you or your team away from your work for too long, it may not be the most helpful course of action. If your team is not equipped to meet the needs of your short-termer, then you'll need to contact your unit leader and regional office. They'll work with you, the short-termer, and the mobilizing region to determine if it would be better for the short-termer to be placed in another assignment or return to their country of origin. If it is determined that your short-termer should return to their country of origin or relocate to a different assignment, you should help them to finish their time in your location as well as possible. We'll look at how to help a short-termer finish strong in the next section of this training. While we want to prioritize your work, we also want to ensure that every short-termer is well cared for. It's possible that your work or even family responsibilities may change your ability to supervise a short-termer. If you encounter a change in your circumstances or find that you're required to leave your work location, make sure that you discuss these things as soon as possible with your unit leader and regional office. Knowing about the change will help them to assess how to best continue to oversee the work of the short-termer. You can read more about this in the reading for this section. We all know that cross-cultural work can be messy, and adding a short-termer to the mix can make it even messier. But I'm confident that if we all work together, the mess will be well worth it for everyone. I know that a short-termer can be an incredible blessing to you and that your input into the life of a short-termer can be an investment that yields remarkable results. Don't ever feel as though you're alone in hosting your short-termer. You have a team of people willing to help you, especially in the messiest of times. In our last session, we'll look at how to help your short-termer finish their time on the field well.